It's time for UW Stevens Point hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. Follow the Pointers all season long as they battle in the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Pointers hockey on the Pointers Sports Network is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic Health System, Skyward, U.S. Bank, Century Insurance, Century World, PJ's Restaurant, Team Sherrill Companies, Subway, Stevens Point Brewery, General Beer, Papa John's, the National Guard, TDS Fiber, Buffalo Wild Wings, Len Dudas Motors, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins at Stevens Point, Sport Clips, Hilltop Pub and Grill, Auto Select, Pizza Ranch, Coca-Cola, and BSN Sports and Under Armour. And good evening from KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Welcome to Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. I'm Tom Weaver with you tonight. Non-conference matchup as the UW Stevens Point women host the Wildcats of St. Catherine's University. Pointers come in at 5-3-1. St. Catherine's comes in 7-2-1. The Wildcats 18th in the latest U.S. College Hockey Online pairwise ranking. So a good matchup non-conference-wise here for Stevens Point as they have a little three-game sprint to the holiday break here among MIAC teams. Pointers fresh off a 5-1 win over Northland on Saturday, a big 3 points in the WIAC. Courtney Leising continued her hot run, 2 goals there. Lena Berthume with a couple of assists. Pointer power play went 2 for 3 as the Pointers amassed 58 shots on goal. That's the 6th most in program history to get the 5-1 win over Northland in the WIAC. For the Wildcats, they split an MIAC weekend series with the College of St. Scholastica, giving up a late goal on Friday in a 1-0 loss with just a little over 5 minutes to go. And on Saturday, they got a pair of power play goals, one from Caitlin Blair and one from Rachel Painovich, as it is the Wildcats beating the Saints by a score of 3-0 to run their MIAC record to 3-2-1 overall. So the Wildcats 7-2-1, 3-2-1 in the MIAC. Both these teams have won their last game out, so we'll get a good matchup here tonight for this Tuesday evening here. Pointers will be in action on the weekend as they will travel to Augsburg on Friday night and then a rematch here with the Wildcats of St. Catherine, that in St. Paul on Saturday. That is a 2 o'clock game. The other thing we're keeping an eye on here is the Olivia Schultz watch here as she is zeroing in on the most saves in program history. Coming into tonight's game, 2177 is third all-time. She needs 18 saves to surpass Sydney Conley and her 2194, the all-time program leader 2215 for Jana Bielke-Skoog. So that would be 39 saves here tonight. Could do that. So good likelihood here that at least before the holiday break, Olivia Schultz will already a record holder amongst several things. Will get another chance here to put her name in the Pointer record books as well. One other game tonight, a couple of other games tonight. St. Scholastica is at UW Superior and Eau Claire is at Hamlin. So we'll keep an eye on those games. All those start later, early 6 o'clock start here to allow the Wildcats to travel back to the Twin Cities following tonight's game. All right, here's our starting lineups tonight. First of all, for the Wildcats of St. Catherine University, the goaltender is Elizabeth Kubicek. She is a fifth-year senior, coming in with a 1.52 goals against average and a 93% save percentage for the Wildcats. She has a record of 4-2-1 overall, and again, a 1.52 save goals against average. On defense, it's Samantha Lackman. She is a 5'8 junior from Farmington, Minnesota, and Caitlin Blair, a 5'4 senior out of New Prague, Minnesota. Up front, the center is Madison Fleming, 5'1 and a junior out of Waconia, Minnesota. The right wing is Laura Denchfield. She's a 5'7 senior out of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. And the left wing is Marie Reimer. Reimer, a 5'8 senior out of Rogers, Minnesota. Head coach of the Wildcats is Brad Marshall in his 18th season, 145 wins, 206 losses, and 41 ties. He was the 2009-10 Maya Coach of the Year. In the year they went 18-5-2. And he is assisted by Kayla Chilstrom and Allie Altman for the Wildcats of St. Catherine. For the Pointers, UW Stevens Point, Olivia Schultz gets the start, 5'8" senior out of Maplewood, Minnesota. Her 10th start of the year, 5-3-1 overall, a goals against average now of 1.78 for Olivia and a save percentage of 94.4. On defense, Kayla Stumo, 5'2" and a junior out of Ham Lake, Minnesota, and Lena Berthume, 5'4" and a junior out of South Haven, Minnesota. Up front for the Pointers, the center is Micah Zip, 5'4" and a senior out of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. The right wing, Shelby Treba, 5'4" and a sophomore out of Plover, and Ashton Wilczek, 5'4" and a senior out of Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. Pointers coached by Ann Ninneman in her 17th season. Craig Dakins is her assistant. The first Pointer All-American in program history, 226 wins, 160 losses, and 47 ties for the Pointers. Rest of the Pointer lineup here, again, Micah Zip will center Shelby Treba and Ashton Wilczek. It's Allie Granoski with Madison Stebbins and Sarah Adalin. Courtney Leising centers Katie Stanius and Maddie Anderle. Molly Millar with Josie Bender and Annika Horman back in the lineup here tonight for the Pointers. Gina Magro and Natalie Ahern will dress as forwards as well. On defense, Stumo and Winsensen, Kayla Stumo and Lauren Winsensen, Lena Berthume paired up with Kayla Stumo. 5D for the Pointers here tonight. McKenna Pikarski and Grace Torma will rotate in there for the Pointers as well as they go with 5 defensemen. We'll take a break, come back with the opening faceoff. Stevens Point and St. Catharines. Opening faceoff coming up next on the Pointers Sports Network.
Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylist at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square-faced wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, coach.
Nice.
The Sport Clips stylist, they know no two guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location in the Dreyfus University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW Stevens Point.
The Pointers Blue Line Club brings together hockey fans from all levels to enjoy and support Pointers hockey. Whether you're an individual, family, or business, there are many ways you can support the Pointer program. Consider an individual membership, a business sponsorship, or visit the Blue Line Club apparel stand and purchase the latest items to show your Pointer hockey pride. Get more information at PointerBlueLineClub.com. All right, back here at Willett Arena, set to go. 8th meeting all time between these two teams. First meeting came back in 2001. Pointers lead the series 7-0. They've outscored them 43-4, but the last two games by 1-0 tallies. That last meeting, January the 8th of 2019 at St. Paul, a 1-0 win for the Pointers. Mackenzie Crotch for the power play goal. Sidney Conley, 46 saves in that game as the Pointers beat the Wildcats. Heavily dominated Minnesota roster here for the Wildcats. 20 out of Minnesota, 3 from Wisconsin, 1 from Idaho, 1 from North Carolina. The Pointers, 12 Minnesotans, 9 from Wisconsin, 2 from Illinois, and 2 from Alaska. So some familiar faces out here for these ladies as we are set to go. Josh Carl, Jim Brown, the referees, Todd Treader will work the lines here tonight for the WIAC. As we are set to go here. Early start here from Willett Arena. And it is the Pointers ready to roll here off the opening face-off. Ashton Wilczek reaching back. Wildcats quick to drag it in. As it is, Lauren Denchfield with it will turn. Spinning shot there. Madison Fleming after it. Round on the near side. Goes back behind the net. Treba there for Stevens Point. Shelby Treba up the far side. Now dumps it back. Kayla Stumo will cycle with it behind. Leaves it for Lena Berthume. Forecheck pressure applied here by the Wildcats. Stevens Point still trying to do it. Now behind the net. Here comes Denchfield. She'll intercept it and try to gain possession. Pointers really struggling to break the zone here in the opening minute of play here. Ashton Wilczek on the near side will finally get to it. And Stevens Point back behind the net once again. They are sending 3-4 checkers hard here against the Pointers, who finally break the seam and get it out. Caitlin Blair back after it on the far side. She will dump it deep. Wildcats will change here as it is Stevens Point with it behind their own net. Kayla Stumo. Long range pass here goes too far, played by Rachel Painovich. And she will send it in. Painovich goes back behind the net. Olivia Schultz right near her side and almost turned it over. Center and pass now cuts to the far side. Allie Gronowski will get it here for Stevens Point. Finally a little space here. She'll get to center ice. Gronowski comes, cuts to the far side, looks to shoot, fires a shot. That's blocked to the far corner. Sarah Adalin after it for Stevens Point, ushers it around. Pointers will try to set up shop here offensively in the far end. 18:30 to go in the first, still scoreless. Gronowski behind the net, looks to center, and she's picked up there nicely by Jocelyn Mumm. Mumm up the near side, able to clear it out, but the Pointers get a stick on it through the neutral zone here. Paige Lloydel sends it ahead, but the Pointers intercept and dump it right back down. Kubicek will steer it off to the far side, and the Wildcats clear it. It'll go down the length of the ice here, and should be an icing call, and it is. Madison Fleming centering Laura Denchfield and Mari Reimer. It is Paige Lloydel centering Lauren Henriksen and Isabel Burt. Gabby Bodine centering Ellie Skaya and Lindsay Hayes. And Brittany Weber centering Lauren Sundgren and Elon Furdy. The forwards here for the Wildcats will set the D pairs here when we get a chance. Back in their own end, Stevens Point, Lauren Winsenson around with it. Winsenson to the far corner. Cut up there. Skaya will play it here for the Wildcats. She'll cycle it out high. St. Catharines with a shot. That goes wide to the near corner. And for the Pointers, Maddie Anderle with it will clear it back up. Wildcats bring it back again. This is Maya Robert. She'll dump it in. Far side Lena Berthume after it for the Pointers. She'll get it right behind the net and then picked up by a forechecker, able to shake that loose. Dumps it to the far corner. It comes to Stumo, now back to Berthume. Off the wall near side, ahead for Josie Bender. Intercepted. Pointers will get it, and they'll come in transition now. Stumo leads the charge out, taken down into play. We will get a whistle, and just like that, Stevens Point will get the game's first power play. Stumo draws the penalty call. I believe it's going to be Madison Fleming that will go off here for tripping. And the Pointers will head to the power play here. Skyward power play for the Pointers. For Stevens Point on the air. They're the 18th ranked power play in the country. 6 of 27. That's 22.2%. Penalty kill for the Wildcats. 30 out of 34. That's 88.2%. A Skyward power play. A reminder of supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement. Make for a win. You'll be victorious when you join Skyward. Learn more at skyward.com/careers and get your name on the roster. Gronowski for the Pointers, red line far side, will dump it in. Sarah Adalin hustling after it. Defender gets there first. They wrap it around near side. McKenna Pikarski will cut it off for Stevens Point. They'll scrum for it along the near wall, out high. Pikarski digs it out. Adalin had it for a minute, and then it goes back into the heap. And it's the Wildcats that get it. A backhander here by Caitlin Blair. Lauren Winsenson at center ice will cycle with it. Winsenson ahead, walks around a defender, cuts to the near side, leaves it back to Adalin. She'll go cross ice, and it's Pikarski looking to center and cleared out to the far side by the Wildcats. They tried to bring it back to Courtney Leising. She couldn't handle it, and it goes all the way back on Olivia Schultz. And with Gabby Bodine coming in hard, Schultz will just get down and cover it up, and we'll get a whistle. 16:22 to go here in the first period. 1:10 remaining on the Skyward power play for the Pointers. Scoreless from Willett Arena. Got the band here. We got big festivities on this Tuesday night. Pointers on the road this weekend to close out the first half of the regular season. All right, Stevens Point with it. Courtney Leising will get it. She'll charge ahead in the right wing with some speed. Tries to shake through a defender, does, but cleared out nicely by the Wildcats back to the neutral zone. I think this is played with a high stick. Pointers' Lena Berthume will touch it down. They'll blow that dead, so we'll get a whistle. That'll come back into the Stevens Point defensive end. Just a hair shy of 4 minutes into the scoreless first period. Well, so far the Wildcats have made life miserable for the Pointers coming out of their own end. And let's see with the power play here and then get it going. 51 seconds remaining on the tripping call to Madison Fleming. Next, I believe it is a tripping call. Yep. So, off the face-off, cleared to the near board. Stevens Point will bring it up. Lysing down in the play. And it is Anderle that gets a centering pass. Lena Berthume ahead for Lysing. That gets through a defender to the far corner. That's Rachel Painovich. Lysing will go to dig in there and try to free it up for Stevens Point. 20 seconds remaining on the Stevens Point Skyward power play. Here, 4.5 minutes into the first period. Behind the net now, Maddie Anderle cleared it out. Up the near side, and she'll try to get it, hold on to it. But a defender able to chop it loose and then hammer it the length of the ice. That's Jocelyn Mumm on the play. And Stevens Point, final seconds here of the power play. Turn the puck over. Here is Lauren Denchfield coming in, but a whistle and an offsides here as Denchfield coming back and a player coming out of the penalty box. A little miscommunication there. We get a whistle and an offsides. And we'll get a face-off just outside the Stevens Point blue line here on the near side. Allie Gronowski to take the draw for Stevens Point. Near side now, bring it in. Sends it deep. Pikarski after it for Stevens Point. Tries to backhand it along. Ends up in the hands of Lauren Winsenson. Winsenson ahead. And the Wildcats turn that down. Redirected, hit a defender. Bounces down. A shot chopped and blocked in front. And St. Kate's able to get it and throw it back behind the net. It's Marie Reimer throwing it around. Comes back out high to the near side. Emmy Verha with it. She'll bring it out high. Long range shot. Redirected to change direction. Lauren Winsenson there to pick it up for the Pointers and shove it back behind the net. On the right wing, here comes Madison Stebbins. Scored her first career goal in the win over Northland on Saturday. She'll get across the red line. Pointers need a change. And they will step up. Stumo tries to poke it free. Wildcats break it through. Madison Fleming back the other way on the far side. And it's picked up by Courtney Lysing. Lysing chips it ahead to Katie Stanyas. Stanyas ahead, just out of the reach there of Maddie Anderle. Puck gets deep, and Stevens Point Lysing will go after it far side. Pointers jam it free again. It'll come right to the side of the net. Stanyas thought about it and then held off for a minute. And it's Courtney Lysing trying to get to it in the near corner. Lysing looks to center, kicks it to her forehand, brings it out high to Snumo. Long range shot, redirected, pad saved by Kubacek, and she'll get down and cover it up. Boy, Anderle in front of the net seemed to change direction on that shot a little bit as it trickled toward the net. And Kubacek able to battle through the traffic. She will cover it up and we'll get a whistle. 13:51 to go here in the first period. Still scoreless from Willett Arena. Face off to the left side of the senior netminder. Weave it around. Still loose on the near side. Back at 5-on-5 here as the Wildcats play it to the far corner. Long range pass up ahead, weaving through some traffic. A shot whistled through. Lauren Henriksen with the shot, but Schultz got a piece of that. Ashton Wildcheck now for the Pointers off the glass. Tried to clear it out, held in momentarily, but then worked through by Micah Zip. Zip will come in, she'll dump it in. Kubacek will scoop that one wide. Far side, Samantha Lackman with it for St. Kate's. And Madison Stebbins reaching for it. Pointers poke it free. Back to Stebbins at center ice. But then it's picked up here by Paige Lloydol. And she'll come in, firing a shot. That's smothered off by Berthume to the near side. Never got through. And here's Allie Gronowski getting possession of it at center ice. She will send it deep. Here's Sarah Dolan chasing after it. Kubacek out of the net. Plays it right to Gronowski on the far side. She loses the handle. Goes right back into the battle on the far side. Gronowski with it. Had her pocket picked. Painovich will end up with it in the far corner. Gronowski once again for Stevens Point. They'll try to throw it out toward the front of the net here. Stevens Point now in the near corner. They'll slide it out high to Berthume. She'll fake a shot. Comes in down low. Bender with a shot and a goal. Josie Bender from the near side used a defender as a screen. Able to work it. Fire it away. 12:27 to go in the first. Stevens Point is on the board with a 1-0 lead. So Josie Bender with her first of the year. I should say second of the year. For the freshman out of Green Bay, and Stevens Point an early lead here. Just kind of used a defender, weaved her way through some traffic, used it as a screen, and into the far side of the net. Stevens Point up early here, 1-0. Kayla Stumo for the Pointers. Stumo ahead. She'll race a pass ahead. This is for Annika Horman. Horman missed Saturday's game after being under the weather. She is back out there here now, and it is loose at center ice. Here's the Wildcats. They'll dump it in. Madison Fleming to the right wing. Stumo around far side. Horman with it now. Annika Horman, or excuse me, it's Josie Bender after it, the goal scorer on the far side. Horman sets up over here on the left in the forecheck. She'll lurk after it here. Wildcats bring it in the near side. Laura Denchfield comes back to the middle, intercepted by the Pointers and cleared back out to the neutral zone. Wildcats send it back in, but they're offsides. Annika Horman with it. She'll feed it off the far wall to Pikarski, who sends it in deep. Kubacek puts a stick on it, bouncing around. Here's Courtney Leising in trying to dig it free. Katie Stanyas in there for Stevens Point. Now the Wildcats turn it over. Pointers will send it back deep. Stanyas behind the net to get it. Caitlin Blair runs her off the puck, and it's loose behind the net. 11:15 to go in the first. 1-0 Stevens Point. Far corner, Pointers with it again. Centering pass for Leising out high to Berthium. She'll fire a shot, hit a body in front, went down. Rebound comes to Emmy Verha, and she'll send it down. Ellie Skaya racing after it. She'll reach in front of a Pointer defender and poke it toward the net. Olivia Schultz will reach down and cover it up. We'll get a whistle. 11:01 to go here in the first period. Josie Bender from Lena Berthium is the Pointer goal at 7:33. Stevens Point with a 1-0 lead, and actually they've now said it is Annika Horman with the goal. All right. Far side. Here is Lauren Winsenson awkwardly clearing the puck up off the far side. Samantha Lackman sends it ahead off the far wall. Stevens Point regains possession. Around to the near side. Stevens Point will get it. They'll bounce it up. Wildcats try to intercept, but getting there first is Micah Zip, and she'll send it deep. 10:30 to go here in the first period. Coming up on the midway point, and here is Jocelyn Mumm. Mumm turned the puck over. Allie Granowski with it now for Stevens Point. Granowski lost it. Wildcats get it, send it back ahead. Mumm in on the far side for Paige Lloydell. Lloydell goes to the far corner, now dumps it behind the net, comes all the way around to the near corner. Kayla Stumo get it. Pointers could have some numbers here if they hustle. Stumo taken out of the play hard, but the Pointers get the puck deep. Penalty call coming up here against the Wildcats as Kayla Stumo, and this time it's going to be Lauren Hendrickson will come off. And Stevens Point will go to the power play, but we get the media timeout. 9:56 to go here in the first period. Skyward power play coming up for the Pointers here in the Pointers Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
Your family's safety is important, and with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford, and online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service, get your car done right.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver on the Pointers Sports Network. 9:56 to go in the first period. Lauren Hendrickson is off for tripping for the Wildcats, and Stevens Point to their second skyward power play of the night with a 1-0 lead. Power play's been very good for the Pointers here. And off the face-off, controlled out high, it's Micah Zip. So shut up shop. And Estanius on the far side, back out high to Zip. Zip waits for it, now Lena Berthume. She'll fire a shot off the skate of one of the Wildcats. Berthume gets to the rebound. She'll go to the near corner, now carry it behind the net. Now coming in, firing a shot off the side of the net. That's Courtney Leising with a good opportunity there. Still work loose in the near corner. Pointers will maintain possession. Minute and a half to go in the power play. Zip feeds it, far side Stania shovels a shot, try to redirect, that went wide to the near corner. Wildcats will hustle to try to get to it and clear it out, but the Pointers hold it in. Now behind the net, Anderle will feed it, far side Stanius out high to Zip. Pointers moving the puck well, here's Berthume, she'll fire it in, goes back door, tried to hit the stick in front, I think of Courtney Leising, but just out of her reach. Now it's Zip, near side Berthume. She'll fake it in front, little backhander toss sideways. Berthume will get it back and get it out high to Zip. Pointers changing here. Zip accelerates to the far side, now holds it off. She'll wait, now dumps it to Leising in the far face-off circle. Leising around, half ball in the far side, waits for Bender to come in. Bender holds it up on the far side. Pointers will maintain possession here where they finish their change. 40 seconds to go on the skyward power play here for Stevens Point. Pointers dig it free. They'll come right toward the front of the net. Shot fired to goal. Courtney Leising with a snipe. Skyward power play goal. 8:33 to go. It's 2-0 Stevens Point. As Courtney Leising continues to roll, that is her team best 9th goal of the year for the Pointers. And that kid just has a nose for the net. Absolute snipe on the power play, and Stevens Point doubles the lead here with 8:33 to go. Very good job of puck possession on the power play there for the Pointers, who just kept things going their way. A couple of chances and won some battles to keep possession of the puck. So, power play goal here for the Pointers. All right, off the draw, Stevens Point will get it. They'll dump it back in again. Leising unassisted on the skyward power play for the Pointers at 11:27. St. Kate's now will dump it into the far corner. It is Grace Torma after it for Stevens Point. She'll poke it to the near side. That'll allow Allie Gronowski to have it momentarily, and she will just hold for a minute in the near corner and wait for some help. Now that help comes in the form of Sarah Adalin, who had it. She'll chop it behind the net. Wildcats get possession of it. They'll bring it out high. Shot through traffic. Bounces in, and Olivia Schultz will cover it up. Emmy Verha with the shot from the point that hit some traffic in front and then hit the ground in front of her, and she waited for it to just dribble in and cover it up, so she'll hang on. We'll get a whistle. 7:51 to go here in the first period. If you're just joining us, Pointer goals from Josie Bender and Courtney Leising have Stevens Point up 2-0. Face off to the right side of Olivia Schultz. And here is St. Kate's. They'll throw it in deep. First to get there for Stevens Point is Molly Millar. Near side, Wildcats get to it. Send it in again. Winsensen. Submarine down in the play in the near corner. Millar after it. She'll keep with it. Molly Millar, Winsensen back to her feet. Bodies it up again. Big pile up on the far side. And still loose in the near corner. Finally, Wildcats will get to it. Ellie Skaya sends it to the far corner. There to pick her up is McKenna Pikarski. Clear it to the near boards. Wildcats hold it in. Poking for it Winsensen. Comes down behind the net. First to get there, Ellie Skaya. Skaya around to the point, far side to Verha. Verha fakes a shot, now dumps it, shot in. Olivia Schultz with a save, kicks the rebound to the far side. I think it was Skaya that actually ended up taking the shot. Now puck hits the referee on the far side. This is a bad break for the Pointers as Lauren Henriksen comes racing in on the far side. She'll look to center toward the side of the net. Berthume got a piece of it. Pointers cleared out to the boards, out high. Held in by Maya Robert, firing a shot. Schultz with a save. Pointers to the rebound. Back the other way comes Micah Zip. Zip on the left wing will carry it in. Zip waits, dumps it toward the net. Smothered there by the Wildcats out high, and they'll lift it up. Glove down at center ice by Paige Lloydolt. She'll veer to the near side and then picked up by a defender. Big hit on the near side, collision, I should say, as Berthume collided with Lauren Henriksen. And it's Ashton Wilczek getting it. She'll backhand it off the near wall and in. 6 minutes to go in the first period. Stevens Point a 2-0 lead. Far side we go. Skirts at center ice. Shelby Treba a shot at it. Plucked away from her. Wildcats get it with a backhander. Caitlin Blair sends it deep. Blair returning all conference from a year ago for the Wildcats. Along with Laura Denchfeld, who was honorable mention. All right, puck out high and out of the near boards. Over skating the puck for the Pointers is Kayla Stumo. She'll get back behind her own net. Pointers lose control on it. Boy, they lift the stick of Stanius right in front of her own net. And finally, a very alert Kayla Stumo clears it out, gets it to Courtney Leising. She's got some space. 4 defenders now come in through a couple of stick checks. Katie Stanius fires a shot wide. Kubacek will reach out and cover it up. She'll hang on. 5:10 to go in the first period. Stevens Point a 2-0 lead. Shots on goal here, 6-3 in favor of St. Catharines, but as the Pointers, a 2-0 lead. Stevens Point Brewery is a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics, reminding you to make it a point to drink responsibly. Face off to the left side of Elizabeth Kubacek. Stevens Point out high, Pikarski sends it deep to the far corner. Adalin after it, along with Granovsky on the far side. Swept away, back the other way. Here's Ellie Skyo with some space. Might be a 2-on-1 if they hustle with Bodine. She'll throw it to Bodine's side of the net, but it goes wide. Up the wall near side, Adalin gets control of it. She'll center it. Off the skate there, however, or the stick there of Madison Stebbins. And the Wildcats dump it right back in. Stevens Point will get to it in the near corner. Pikarski around near side. Trying to get it out, but the Wildcats intercept. They'll come to the near corner for Stevens Point. Lexi Hagan out there for Stevens Point. Or excuse me, it's Lauren Winsenson. Winsenson picks it up. And up the wall, but not out. Wildcats with it. One-timer from the near side. Shot, save made by Olivia Schultz. And she'll hang on. 4:17 to go here in the first period. Still a 2-0 lead for the Pointers. As we mentioned, Caitlin Blair, All-MIAC a year ago. Laura Denchfeld, honorable mention. And Maya Robert was on the MIAC sportsmanship team. Their key loss from a year ago, their leading scorer and captain, Sophia Gorski. Also honorable mention MIAC. All right, here's the Wildcats far side. And Coach Brad Marshall in his 18th season. Stevens Point with possession of the puck now in the near face-off circle. Goes to the corner. And Molly Millar reaching for it, poked away from her, and the Wildcats get it and clear it out. Here comes Abby Perkle back the other way. She'll just get the puck deep, trying to win a foot race there for the Wildcats, Lauren Sundgren. But Stevens Point, Berthume with it, plays it out. Nifty little move here to avert a defender. Now the Pointers turn it over, comes right back in front, and Olivia Schultz going to dive out and cover it up. As they're trying to jump at a loose puck was Paige Lloydel, and Schultz hops out and smothers it with the trapper. 3:35 to go here in the first. It's a 2-0 lead for Stevens Point. Face off to the right side of Olivia Schultz. And it's controlled by the Wildcats, but Grace Torma will get to it for Stevens Point. Torma feeds it ahead near side. Ashton Wilczek tries to carry it out, gets it into the neutral zone, and comes right back here in the near side. Grace Torma flips it deep. Wildcats back the other way. Hendrickson sends it ahead, out of the reach of Isabel Burt. And Stevens Point will try to restore order, and they do. Here's Lauren Winsenson. She'll wheel her way to the red line on the far side and get it deep. Hustling after it for Stevens Point, Maddie Anderle. Anderle a little collision to the side of the net, and this allows with some speed Caitlin Blair to come away. Blair splits around, fires a shot, save made by Schultz. Rebound to the near side. Here's Berthume back the other way. Had it, lost it, got it back, goes cross ice to Stanius. Stanius jams the puck in deep, but got spun around. She'll get whistled for an offsides here. 2:42 to go here in the first period. Coming up in our first intermission, we'll give you a first period recap. And no scores to update you on. We do have a couple of other non-conference games starting at 7 o'clock. So those will progress throughout the evening. Plus, we hear from Pointers head coach Ann Ninneman. Coming up in our first intermission. Our second intermission guest will be the junior Lena Berthume as our Pointer profile. Olivia Schultz jams it ahead for Sarah Adalin on the left wing. She tried to advance it. Wildcats intercept. And it is Natalie Ahern trying to play it. but it's tricked off into the far corner now by Mari Reimer. Out high, here's the Wildcats with a shot save made by Schultz. Pretty good chance there by Reimer. And Stevens Point will get it. Adalin sends it up ahead. And this is Natalie Ahern off the far wall. She'll get it deep. Kubacek out to cut it off. Cutting back behind her own net, Jocelyn Mumm. Up ahead, and a long-range pass here is tipped into the zone by Reimer. That allows St. Kate's to finish their change here. They'll dig it out from the near corner. Straight up in the air it goes, chopping for it. Laura Denchfeld coming, shot fired wide. Rebound goes to the far corner. Josie Bender, who gave the Pointers the opening lead, will play it. They'll try to shove it back to her on the far side as the Wildcats come in hard behind the net. And Grace Torma sends it ahead off the near wall, but again, traffic as the Wildcats continue to put the forecheck pressure on here. Minute and a half to go in the first period. Stevens Point a 2-0 lead. They'll still scrum forward along the near wall. Wildcats now get it, but can't hold the zone. Maya Robert has to go cross ice to Emmy Verha. Up ahead, and Piekarski will get it. Feeds it off the far boards. Josie Bender after it for Stevens Point. Now, long-range pass up ahead is tipped through the zone and in deep. Lauren Winsenson, the first to get it for Stevens Point, behind her own net. She'll reverse back, feed it to the far corner. Piekarski off a skate. It's redirected and picked up here by Gabby Bodine. Bodine circles with it, fires a shot in front, and Olivia Schultz with the save, and then covers it up. As it was Ellie Skaya coming in, trying to get to the rebound, but Schultz snuffed that one out. 52.3 seconds remaining here in the first period. Shots on goal 9-3 in favor of the Wildcats. But the Pointers with an even strength and a power play goal here to lead 2-0. A couple of seeing eye shots find their way through. Winsenson off the far wall, too hot to handle for Shelby Treba. Hustling back for the Wildcats is Caitlin Blair. Blair cycling around with some speed, cuts to the near side. She'll go on the right wing and bring it all the way into the zone, around a defender quickly. Looks for a backdoor pass, but it rolls off her stick when Sensen picks her up. Now they'll jam it right in front. Backhanded shot cleared aside. Stevens Point clears it to the near wall, but not out. Held in by Samantha Lackman. Lackman sends it deep. They set it up in the far corner. Centering pass broken up. Stevens Point clears that to the far corner. Shelby Treba after it. She'll get it 2-on-2 back the other way. Ashton will check ahead to the red line. She'll get it deep with 3 seconds remaining, and that will do it for period number 1 here. Stevens Point, not necessarily a whole ton of quality chances, but they cash in twice here as they lead St. Catherine's after 20 minutes here at Willett Arena by a score of 2-0. All right, coming up, we'll get you a first period recap, and still to come, a conversation with Pointers. Intermission. That is coming up here on the Pointers Sports Network.
TDS Fiber, the future of internet, TV, and phone service, is expanding to more communities. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. That's 10 times faster than 100 meg from cable. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
At Papa John's Pizza, the secret to success is much like the secret to making a great pizza. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Whether it's signature sauce, toppings, original fresh dough, or even the box itself, Papa John's invests in ingredients to ensure the finest quality pizza. Call Papa John's at 715-972-1414 for delivery, or stop by Division Street for carryout to order your favorite pizza, breadsticks, or wings today. Papa John's, a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics.
Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right. Big town savings with a small town smile. State of the art Goodyear service keeps you going mile after mile. We're working to earn your trust. You can count on us. Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right.
Nothing beats the excitement of UW Stevens Point athletics. Advance tickets for men's hockey and basketball are available online at tickets.uwsp.edu or by calling the University Information and Ticket Office at 715-346-4100. Game day tickets for all Pointers events go on sale at the door 1 hour prior to game time, with group pricing available with 48-hour advance purchase required. Get your seat in the dog pound today at tickets.uwsp.edu.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena, Tom Weaver on the Pointer Sports Network. 1 period in the books, and Stevens Point with a 2-0 lead. Got on the board at 7:33 of the first period. Josie Bender, her second of the year from Lena Berthume. 1-0 Stevens Point. And about 4 minutes later, Courtney Leising on the skyward power play, her 9th of the year unassisted. Stevens Point and it is a 2-0 lead. And shots on goal in that first period, 11-3 in favor of St. Catherine's. And Stevens Point on the power play, 1 for 2 with 1 goal on their only shot on the skyward power play. So it is Elizabeth Kubicek credited with 1 save in that first period. Olivia Schultz with 11 first period saves for Stevens Point. And it is a 2-0 lead for Stevens Point. Pointers also winning 53% of the face-offs in that first period, going 9-8. So that is how our numbers stack up for the first period. So Olivia Schultz here with 11 saves is now, let's see here, 7 saves away from being number 2 all-time in program history. Sydney Conley at second. And again, if she would make 39 saves tonight in this game, which isn't out of the realm of impossible after making 11 first-period saves, she'd be the program's all-time leader in saves, surpassing Jenna Bielke-Skoog. So that is on the docket here. As the Wildcats, I tell you what, they pressured the Pointers early on and took the Pointers a while, but able to get some time and space. And then once they got a little puck possession going, seeing eye shot by Josie Bender, and a power play goal and a really nice goal from Courtney Leising for her 9th of the year. So Stevens Point a 2-0 lead. We'll take a break. When we come back, you'll hear from Pointers head coach Ann Ninneman. Pointers lead St. Catherine's 2-0 on the Pointers Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, if supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward's award-winning team. You'll help put powerful data in the hands of school leaders who serve over 7 million students around the world. Innovation, collaboration, and fun are all a part of the Skyward culture. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at skyward.com/careers and join more than 275 Pointer alumni at Skyward.
Want to get your degree and stay debt-free? With the Wisconsin Army National Guard, you can get paid to be a full-time student with their 100% tuition reimbursement program. You can join the Guard, be a part-time soldier, and earn a degree. Call Sergeant First Class Mike Parks at 920-279-7527 or visit NationalGuard.com to learn more. The Wisconsin Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of Pointers Athletics.
Snow Pilot is our winter seasonal. This beer has a tremendous body. The malt feels great. What I like is the nuttiness that it gets from the Maris Otter malt. Pistachio just comes through like you wouldn't believe. It's almost dessert-like. This is absolutely winter beer. And if you ever have a campfire in the middle of winter, this is what you want in your glass. It's just great.
Warm up this winter with a Snow Pilot from Point Brewery.
Want to stay in the game online with the Pointers? Visit the official UWSP Athletics website, athletics.uwsp.edu. The new and improved online home of the Pointers provides fans with a clean, consistent, and modern experience across all devices. You'll find the latest Pointers news, rosters, schedules, results, links to live broadcasts, statistics, and much, much more. Your gateway to the Pointers Sports Network, athletics.uwsp.edu.
Continue our Pointer hockey coverage on the Pointer Sports Network. Tonight, Pointer women back at it, hosting St. Catharines at KB Willett Arena. We talk now with Pointer's coach, Ann Ninneman. Coach, we saw you on Saturday, and very nice 3-point win for your ladies in the conference. Kind of even up for a little bit, but then I thought you really started to dictate the tempo and pace and do things. It was a nice win for your ladies.
Yeah, it was a huge win. Anyone in our conference is great, so it was good to get the W on Saturday.
And once again, special teams for you. What's clicking particularly well for you there?
I think just having them buy in. We tried some plays, and they were able to set them up and be successful, and that is the biggest part to it, is when they find success early in those things, they will continue to try and be creative. If they have a tendency to be stifled right away in some of that, then they get frustrated and turn for the worst. So happy things worked out for us.
How much would you say your system is that structure and balance that you like to keep, and how much is some freedom to what's given that comes to you, I guess? What's the mixture of that?
Yeah, try to keep it as free as possible, because the overthinking part of it. There's a number of players that overthink, so we kind of have a tendency to talk to them less and give them less structure. The ones that like it and think the game a little bit more clearly, we like to give them those tips and tricks that are going to be a little bit more set and structured.
I think we talked a little bit on Saturday before the game about just a desire to get more shots, and boy, the first period you really came out firing.
We did. It was so exciting to see. That's what we needed to do. We could have picked our spots better, but I think just getting that mindset of being more offensive was huge.
Your lineup here, your D, you're going with 5D here and rotating that around with a couple of pairs and a third in. Do you look at you can interchange any of those five, or what's the strategy to approaching that?
Yeah, those five have been playing pretty solid all season, so it helps us have a little bit more flexibility up front, which is great since they've been solid and staying healthy. So they've been doing their job, so can't complain, and we'll stick with them.
I know we talk a lot about Olivia Schultz, what she does, but offensively, Courtney Leising's off to a great start here, really picking up where she left off a year ago. An exciting start for her.
Yes, it's a great start for her. She's been continuing to get better and better every single day. You can tell it in her mindset and practice, the little things that she works on. She's really has a drive to be a goal scorer right now, and she's been proving that.
You'd like for that to be contagious, wouldn't you?
I would love that. Yes.
Yeah. All right, the St. Catharines team that comes in here tonight, I haven't played them in a while, a couple years at least here. What's your scouting report on them?
Yeah, they're going to be a good, solid team. The Mayak has some tough teams. They've been on a hot streak lately as well. They have a great record, so we need to play our game. We need to play 60 minutes, have a good start, and it'll be a good battle.
Yeah, I would have to think there's a lot of familiar faces for some of your ladies on these MIAC teams, so bragging rights never hurts either.
Absolutely, and a lot of people that I worked and talked to on the recruiting side of things, and their assistant coach is a former Superior player, so a lot of commonalities here, but it'll be a lot of purple and gold, and it'll be fun.
I know we talked for Thanksgiving. You got a little brief pause here. Obviously a game here tonight, two big ones this weekend. What's your strategy for over the holiday break?
Yeah, I think right now we just got to get a final push for our next 3 games and then bring it back to having fun, get them excited. I know they're thrilled to be going home after they finish their finals and focus on their schoolwork, but I know they're excited to go home and get away just a little bit to relax, but then we want to have them excited so they can come back and we can finish the second half of the year.
And really hit the ground running in January without anything in the rearview mirror, right?
Right. Everything is pedal to the metal. It's going to be a big, strong push at the end, conference and non-conference. It'll be exciting. All
right. I know we see you a couple more times after the first year, but happy holidays and good luck here tonight.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. That's Pointers head coach Ann Ninneman. Stay tuned. More coming up on the Pointers Sports Network. UWSP Athletics partners with BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Pointers and BSN would like to thank all the coaches on and off the field. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Bring home incredible internet, TV, and phone services with TDS Fiber. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy cyber-spacious internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
Your family's safety is important. And with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford. And online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service. Get your car done right.
Sport Clips Haircuts has an app. Download the app. Upgrade your experience.
All right, people, bring it in. The Sport Clips app. Use it to check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Because guys don't like to wait.
That's right, Alicia. Convenience.
The Sport Clips app. If it were any more convenient, it would cut your hair. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Opt-in required. Message and data fees may apply.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena. Tom Weaver on the Pointers Sports Network. Glad you're with us. We have a chance this weekend. Pointers women, let's see, on the road at Augsburg Friday night, 7 o'clock. And at St. Catherine on Saturday, that'll be a 2 o'clock start there. Pointer men this weekend, a big home and home with Eau Claire to finish out the first half of the season. Pointers ranked 15th in the latest U.S. College Hockey online poll. Eau Claire is 14th. So Pointers got a big win Saturday night, stunning UW Superior with 2 goals with the goaltender pulled in the final 2 minutes, and then Dawson Chirino's winner in overtime. Dawson Chirino today named the WIAC Player of the Week on the men's side, so he got the game-winning goals in both games, Friday night at River Falls and on Saturday in overtime on a highlight reel goal. That was unbelievable. It was a lot of fun, and talk about a tale of two stories. Friday night, the Pointer men give up a goal in the first 40 seconds of the game and then absolutely shut the Falcons down from there in a 3-1 win. And then on Saturday, really behind the 8 ball for 58 minutes, or 57 and a half minutes, I guess you could say, before getting a couple of big goals and get the crowd revved up, and then the 3-on-3 overtime successful there, as the Pointers now on a 9-game unbeaten streak will take on Eau Claire. So Friday night here at Willett Arena, Saturday night at Hobbs Ice Arena in Eau Claire. Both nights pregame coverage at 6:45. Other games going on amongst WIAC women tonight, as it's St. Scholastica at Superior. Eau Claire is at Hamlin, and I see the MIAC page also saying that Northland is playing at Bethel tonight. Of course, tomorrow a big one, Gustavus at UW River Falls, and then they'll reciprocate on Saturday at Gustavus, the number 1 and number 2 ranked teams in the country on the women's side in the U.S. College Hockey online poll. Gustavus at 10-0, River Falls is 8-1, so they are 1-2. Adrian is 3, so a 1-2-3 showing in the poll from the West. As outside of that, Eau Claire is 10th. Aurora out of the NCHA is 12th, and St. Norbert from the NCHA is 15th at 9-1-2. Otherwise, it's the usual suspects out of the East in the top 10, Plattsburgh of New York, Middlebury of Vermont, amongst others. All right, set to go here for the second period. Stevens Point, a 2-0 lead. Courtney Leising takes the draw with Katie Stanyas, and it's controlled now by Sarah Adalin on the far side. She'll send it deep. Pointers with some speed, trying to get to it, but the first to get there, Samantha Lackman. Lackman up and around, far side. Kayla Stumo, long-range shot. Lackman smothers that one in front, dumps it back behind the net to the far corner. Caitlin Blair with it out ahead. Wildcats flip a pass rink wide to the left wing. Lackman sends it deep to the far corner. Berthume the first to get there for Stevens Point. Opening minute here of the second period, and Stevens Point with a 2-0 lead. Here's a turnover out high. Pointers will get it. Sweeping ahead, Sarah Adalan on the near side. Nifty work off the near boards to send it deep. Courtney Leising, I think, had visions of going after it, but opted not to prevent an odd man rush back the other way. Isabel Burt carries it in, taken away from behind by the Pointers. Ashton Wilczek turned that aside. She'll get it back here on the near wall. Tried to feed it back, but it's intercepted by Lauren Henriksen. Henriksen comes in, veers off in the near corner, slides it out high to the point to Jocelyn Mumm. Mumm cross ice off the skate of one of the Wildcats on the far side and ricochets out of the zone. Back to get it is Rachel Painovich. Painovich ahead, and it's Micah Zip that'll get it for Stevens Point. Pointers circle around with it in their own end. Piekarski to the far corner. A little bit out of control here for the Pointers, and getting it now, Lauren Henriksen. Henriksen, a centering pass that comes all the way through, off the near wall and out, down the length of the ice. Kubicek will chop it to the far side for Rachel Painovich. Now here's Stevens Point on the far side. Grace Torma for the Pointers. Ooh, big collision here out in front of the net. And giving a rough ride there was Lauren Henriksen as she comes off. She's back on her feet. Here's Stevens Point pass ahead. Annika Horman with it now. Horman will chip it deep. Emmy Verha gets it, swings it around the boards to the far side where the Wildcats regain possession. They'll try to clear the zone. Now they do, just under the stick of Lindsay Hayes. Hayes back near side, gets it free. Molly Millar intercepts for the Pointers. Annika Horman cycling for it, couldn't come up with it. Wildcats get it, and they'll dump it back in. Behind Olivia Schultz, Stevens Point will get possession of it. Grace Torma around to the near side. Torma has it intercepted. Now it finally comes back. Kayla Stumo will get it. Stumo charges across ice to the far side, flips it off the boards, gets it deep. Stevens Point will change all five. Winsenson, Piekarski are the defense out here now. That goes along with Ali Granowski, Madison Stebbins, and Sarah Adalan. Long-range pass, got contact through the neutral zone, they'll say, so no icing call. A pair of 17s back to get it. Adalan turns it aside, rebound loose in front. Kubicek with a save, and it's covered. Oh, Adalan forced a quick turnover, and for Stevens Point, a couple of players on the doorstep. Sarah Adalan, one of them, and couldn't get enough on it, and it is Elizabeth Kubicek covering it up for the Wildcats. 17:05 to go in the second. Pointers are the pair of first period goals of the lead. Long range pass ahead for Laura Denschfeld, too far. She'll hustle after it. Piekarski in there for Stevens Point. Centering pass in front, shot save made by Schultz. Did it deflect up into the netting? No. Stays in and drops down here on the near side. Went way up in the air. They'll go back door again. This time nothing. Penalty call coming up here against the Pointers as it's a tripping call to the side of the net. Wildcats trying to get to the rebound, and they will head to the power play for the first time here tonight. As, let's see, it is McKenna Piekarski that will go off. So power play for the Wildcats, 7 out of 26. That's 26.9%. Pointer penalty kill coming in, 24 at 27, 88.9% on the penalty kill. Off the draw, Stevens Point will get it. Kayla Stumo off the near wall. Tripping the call to Piekarski. And St. Kate's behind their own net. Jocelyn Mumm ahead near side, rink-wide pass is kicked down. That's intercepted. Annika Horman with it. She'll flip it back to Lena Berthume. Off the linesman on the far side, got the glass. Horman digs it free. She'll send it in again. Boy, Annika Horman hit the linesman Todd Treader here on the near side, and then almost drilled the referee Josh Carl on the far side as well. All right, Pointers will get it again. This ricochets up. Pointers might have a 2-on-1. Here's Courtney Leising ahead. Splits a defender, comes in, gets to her forehand, walks through a defender, goes for a backhand shot, flipped it just wide. Oh, goodness, what a chance for Courtney Leising. Short-handed. Wildcats with it. Leising reaching for it again. She'll work it loose. Granowski, a shot fired, ricocheted, and it's whistled off sides with a minute remaining here in the penalty call. Boy, oh boy, Courtney Leising absolutely undressed a couple of defenders and got a wicked backhander off that went just wide. Courtney Lysing, the sophomore out of Maple Grove, Minnesota. All right, here's the Wildcats with it with 55 seconds remaining on the power play. Long range pass ahead. That's intercepted. Pointers will send it right back down the other end. Pretty good job on the kill so far here for the Pointers. Shots on goal so far, 11-4 in favor of the Wildcats. But Stevens Point opportunistic with a 2-0 lead. All right, here is St. Kate's. Paige Lloydell carries it in far side, dumps it. They'll bring it back to the point. Caitlin Blair with it will fire a shot. That hit a body in front. I think that is Sarah Adalin. Adalin hustling after it. May have a chance at a break. Back the other way. Puts the brakes on. She walks through. Fires a shot wide and deep to the far corner. Pointers will get fresh penalty killers out there. And I think St. Kate's ices the puck here. They do. So St. Kate's ices the puck while on the power play. 11 seconds to go. 14:54 to go here in the second. And we'll get a face-off back in the Wildcats' end. Very good penalty killing here by the Pointers. Six freshmen in the lineup here tonight for the Pointers. Long range shot. Kubacek will fire that one down, and that'll do it. We are back to even strength. Six first-year players in the lineup here tonight for the Wildcats. So plenty of youth out there through the neutral zone. Muscled through. Lindsay Hayes will get it. She'll send it deep. 14:20 to go in the second. Stevens Point will regain possession here. Kayla Stumo with it. Had to hold up. She'll veer back. Had her pocket picked there momentarily by Abby Perkle. But it poked away by Stumo again to the near side. Now it's Lena Berthume ahead. Lena Berthume will be our Pointer profile coming up in our second intermission. Here come the Wildcats. Long range pass. Abby Perkle, far side, will get it. Dumps it around Grace Torma to get it deep, but it comes in. Ricochets in on Olivia Schultz. She will get down and cover it up, and we'll get a whistle. 13:54 to go here in the second period. Stevens Point still a 2-0 lead from KB Willett Arena here in Stevens Point. 11 first period shots for St. Kate's. And they have yet to be credited with a shot on goal here in the first 6.5 minutes of period number 2. Stevens Point with just one shot. Now poke free again. Katie Stanius after it on the near side. Just missed Lysing. Wildcats dump it back in. Now they turn it over right off of Olivia Schultz. Is it in? She's down to cover it up. Scramble to the side of the net. Comes loose. Olivia Schultz almost kicked the puck in her own net. Lost her stick. Shot comes through. Ricochet is wide far side. Pointers avert disaster there. Almost self-inflicted. Far side now, the puck is loose. Pointers will spin for it in the far corner. They'll get it ahead to Lysing. Good spin move there by Maddie Anderle. Ahead to Lysing off the far boards. Lauren Winsenson going to lead the play into the far corner. She'll drag it along and then taken down in the play and lost the handle on the puck. Here's Annika Horman with it. Sends it back deep once again. Winsenson coming off. Pointer is on the forecheck here. Comes right in front of the Pointer bench, and Pointer's very lucky they didn't get called for too many men on the ice. Back through the other way. Good stick work by the Pointers to thwart a scoring chance. They'll get possession of it and flip it back out into the neutral zone. Wildcats swing around back to get it. Samantha Lackman. She'll feed it ahead to Caitlin Blair. Blair comes right through the middle, whistles a shot. Save made by Schultz. Rebound is smothered. That's turned aside by a diving Schultz to the near corner. Out high it comes again. Another redirect hit the side of the net. And it's the Wildcats with their first sustained pressure in a while. Near side Pointers will step in front of that. Pikarski with a nice job. She'll cut to center ice. McKenna Pikarski, she'll get some speed. Fires a shot into the midsection. Kubacek makes a save and hangs on. 12:19 to go here in the second period. And Elizabeth Kubacek with another save. So offensive opportunities here in the second period been at a premium. Now a shot trickles into the side of the net. Kubacek will cover that one up. St. Kate's out shooting the Pointers 11-3 in the first period and 3-2 here in the second period. So 14-5 are the shots on goal in favor of the Wildcats. Torma hustling to free it up. Shelby Treba will get it for the Pointers and send it around deep. Far side, cutting in Berthume. Kicks off of her skate. Wildcats gain possession of it, but Micah Zip with a heads-up play there to get it. She'll split a defender and send it back in. Wildcats get it. We'll try to set the break up with a backhander to the right wing. Ahead they come into the zone in the right wing. Gabby Bodine can't get a shot off. That's blocked back once again by the Pointers. Loose along the far boards on the far side. Abby Perkle centering pass. Now it comes out high. Shot fired. That's wide. Rebound. Kick to the near corner by Olivia Schultz as Mari Reimer teed that one up from the point. Now in the middle, here comes Sarah Adalin. She'll hustle and try to get to the puck on the far side off. Cut off nicely there by Ellie Skaya. Skaya and Adalin tangled up on the far side, and that allows the Wildcats to come up with it. They'll shove it to the near wall. Stepping in to get it is Stumo. She'll bring it in, gets it deep on the near side, rolls around the boards to the half wall on the far side. That's where the Wildcats will lift it up, and ricochets off of Winsenson. She's in a foot race now with Brittany Weber to get to it in the far corner. 9 minutes into the second period, Stevens Point with a 2-0 lead. Pointers will dig it out from behind the net. Nice bounce pass. They'll go rink wide to the far side. Trying to get there, Sarah Adalin hustling in. Kubacek out to play it away on the near side to the stick of Rachel Painovich. That allows the Wildcats to clear it out. Berthume back with it. A rocket of a pass off the far wall is too hot to handle there for Maddie Anderle. And the puck to McKenna Pikarski on the near side. Back to five aside. Shot coming in. Oh, I think Schultz tracked that one a little bit late. She went to cover it up, but no whistle, and now they'll play it ahead. And now here's a bad turnover by the Pointers. Right to Laura Denchfield. They'll fire a shot. Save. Another save made by Olivia Schultz, and maybe a third that she'll hang on via the glove. So Olivia Schultz battling here to keep the Wildcats off the scoreboard. 10:16 to go here in period number 2. First period goals from Josie Bender at even strength at 7:33. Courtney Leising on the Skyward power play with her 9th of the year at 11:27. Off the face-off, Wildcats send it to the far boards. Pointers will gain possession of it, and misfiring on a pass. That allows the Wildcats to get it back. They'll come in 2-on-1, back in. Shot blocker save made by Schultz. Prime chance there for the Wildcats, turned aside by Olivia Schultz. Long-range pass comes out, and back around it comes. Jocelyn Mumm sends it to the near side. Another long range. Oh, that's read well by Lauren Winsenson, but the Wildcats are off sides here. They'll go back and touch up. That allows Winsenson to shove it ahead at center ice. Now they feed it ahead just out of the reach of Annika Horman. Josie Bender giving chase. Bender swipes it ahead to the far corner. Pointers were changing, so there's no help out there. Now the Wildcats turn it over on the far side. They get it back. Scooping in, Isabel Burt. Burt ahead, up the far side. Stumo bumps her off the puck. Wilczek with it, and Stevens Point will get it. Coming around, Micah Zip behind her own net. She'll dump it for Kayla Stumo. Ahead to Ashton Wilczek. Wilczek veering back. She'll cut, gets to the blue line, and comes through center ice. She'll cut to the right wing and carry it in the zone. Flips it deep off a defender. Gets to the rebound behind the net. Tried to center it. Now right in front. It is Shelby Treba trying a little stuff from the near side. That didn't work. Granoski with it now. Treba coming off on a change. Granoski among 3 purple jerseys on the near side. They'll get it free. Out high, Pikarski with it. Fires a shot. Blocked by the Wildcats. St. Kate's back the other way. Paige Lloydel blocked the shot and then sent it ahead. 2-on-1 back the other way. Nifty pass back to the far side for Blair. Goes too far. Long range shot here off the skate of Pikarski to the far corner. Blair with a rocket of a shot. That goes wide. 8.5 minutes to go in the second. St. Kate's back to get it in their own end. Ahead it goes. Stumo had it. Granoski lifts it ahead for Adalin on the far side. At the red line, she'll get the puck deep. Stevens Point, a quick change here with 8:19 to go here in the second period. Shots 17-6 now in favor of the Wildcats, and that means Olivia Schultz is 1 save shy. Now Leising back the other way. Beautiful centering pass. Micah Zip couldn't pull the trigger on that. But again, Olivia Schultz now 1 save shy of being the number 2 all-time in saves in Pointer hockey history. Long-range pass here by the Pointers, guilty of an icing call, and we'll get a whistle. 7:52 to go here in the second period. And I believe we should have the media timeout. Oh, but an icing call, so you can't do it. Yep. So I always forget about it. It's what? You can't give an advantage to a team by the media timeout. So you can't do it during a power play. You can do it before it starts, but not prior to an icing call with the no change. Wildcats with it. They'll send it deep, far corner. Grace Torma for Stevens Point, around to the near side to, I believe it's Katie Stanius. Stanius, a rink-wide pass up ahead. Wildcats pull it back. And a pass back the other way, chasing after it, Marie Reimer. Reimer the first to get there. She'll wait, walks through a defender coming in. Shot, save made by Schultz, and she will cover it up, and we will get the media timeout. 7:27 to go here in the second period. 2-0 Stevens Point on the Pointer Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
Your family's safety is important, and with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford, and online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service, get your car done right.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena, Tom Weaver on the Pointer Sports Network. Glad you are with us. And now officially Olivia Schultz, 18 saves. He is number 2 all-time in program history with 2,195, passing Sydney Conley. And she needs just 11 more saves. I take that back, 21 more saves. Now wraparound attempt. Schultz jammed that one off and comes to the near corner. Didn't know where it was. Pointers cleared up the near side. A long-range shot. There's a stick save made by Schultz up into the netting and out of play. 7:08 to go here in the second period. And Stevens Point, a 2-0 lead. Boy, Wildcats really put the forecheck pressure on early. Then the Pointers figured things out, and now they've kind of turned the dials back up here in the last couple of minutes. And they're really starting to move the puck around well. Samantha Lackman. The other thing we'll see is the Pointers going with just 5D here tonight. So they'll need some legs, and now it kicks out from the near corner, and Olivia Schultz takes matters into her own hand. She'll just cover that one up, and we'll get a whistle with 6:57 to go here in the period. Played Saturday. St. Kate's did as well. Now here's the Wildcats. Long-range shot. That's deflected right into the skate of Shelby Treba, and ricochets all the way back down into the Wildcats' defensive end. Far side turnover momentarily. Cats now clear it out when Sensen gets it for point and sends it back in onside. Pointers are getting pucks deep here and changing with some vigor. Long-range pass ahead at center ice. That's kicked down by Paige Lloydolt. Pointers intercept, and then it's picked back up in the far side by Henriksen. Henriksen walks in, trails. Shot fired. Schultz with a save. Isabel Burt with a chance there. A wide open net. Schultz is tied up with a defender, and the Pointers able to come out with it. Pikarski with it. Pointers 4 wide. It's a 4-on-3. Pikarski gets it deep. It is Ali Granowski after it. Should have been whistled for a penalty, but doesn't. And it hits off of Katie Stanius. Maddie Anderle in there. And Granowski back after it again. She'll cycle back with it. Blew a tire as she cleared it up ahead. Got it to, I think it's Pikarski on the far side. Check it, Katie Stanius. Now the Pointers will set up shop in their defensive zone. Turnover with a bouncing puck. Stanius far side. Guides it to the far wall. Off the wall, but hit a couple of bodies. Now comes out to Maddie Anderle. Anderle one-on-one. Gets through a defender. Goes to the far side. Looks to center. Veers back in the far corner to see if she can center. Stanius in there to help out. Stanius and Anderle get the puck deep. Courtney Leising heads toward the net. When Sensen on the near side intercepts, Stanius shoves it back in front of the net on a turnover. The Wildcats able to get it ahead. Chipped ahead by Gabby Bodine into the zone. Far corner it goes. Kayla Stumo with it now for Stevens Point. Stumo a backhander up. Wildcats win the battle of bodies there on the far side, and Stanius comes away with it for Stevens Point. She'll fire her way to the red line, and centering pass for the Pointers, Lysing, and can't quite get it. Lysing now cycling out high through a stick check, feeds it, Berthume. She'll shove it to the back door there, wide open zip, but couldn't get a shot off. Now turned over and back the other way with some speed. Here comes Laura Denchfield. Denchfield firing a shot. That's blockered aside by Schultz. Caught the glass, comes to the near side. Denchfeld, collision here, and it is the Wildcats that come away with the puck. Long range shot here, knocked down in front of the net by Molly Millar. Millar with a backhander, now shoves it back behind her own net. McKenna Pikarski throws it ahead. Millar with it. Left wing gets to the red line off the boards. She'll give chase. Millar, one-woman wrecking crew here to try to get to it. Can't. Wildcats get it, and they'll flip it the length of the ice. And we'll get a whistle with 4:15 to go here in the second period. 21-6 now. The shots on goal in favor of the Wildcats. But it's the Pointers that have scored twice in the opening frame to lead it here 2-0. Face off to the left side here of Elizabeth Kubacek. Now here's a rink wide pass. Lauren Hendrickson with some speed. Tried to walk through Stumo. Nothing doing. Pointers have been very steady defensively here tonight, especially on the back check. Up the wall near side, can't hold it in. Rink wide pass, Brittany Weber. Nope, take it back. It's Caitlin Blair. Blair throws it deep behind the net. Pointers get to it. They'll come out to the side. They'll send it right back up the middle, and fortunately it comes all the way out toward Jocelyn Mumm. Pointers intercept. Here's Stumo with it. She'll shove it ahead. Kubacek slows it down, and now at the last second plays it out. Tried to feed it away as the Pointers charging in there was Madison Stebbins. Far side, it's Winsensen will fire the puck around to the backside of her own net. That allows the Wildcats to get it. Now they overskate the puck here on the near side. Stebbins giving chase. Comes back through the neutral zone, and a big collision between Stebbins and Maya Robert. And it trickles in on Olivia Schultz, and I think she'll just cover it up to get a whistle. Yep, 3:11 to go here in period number 2. Stevens Point still a 2-0 lead. (21-6) now. The shots on goal as we approach 3 minutes to go here in the second period. Long range pass ahead. Stanius for Stevens Point. Katie Stanius fires it in. Lysing had it for a minute and then lost it. Wildcats Samantha Lackman spins back. She'll come through center ice and cuts to the right wing. Lackman coming, firing a shot. Schultz with a save. Rebound backhand attempt to smother. Another shot, another save made by Schultz. And the Pointers walk it through. Back the other way. It is Maddie Anderle coming in. Anderle to the blue line, lost the handle on it. And it is the Wildcats that sent it back the other way. 2.5 minutes to go. St. Kate's really pressing to try to get on the board here before the end of the second period. Near corner it comes. Here's Stevens Point back the other way. Long range pass, and if this is going to be an icing call against the Pointers, I tell you what, this forward line for the Pointers has been trapped out there for a while. And 2:18 to go here in the second period. We'll get a face-off back in the St. Kate's offensive end. Let's see, it'll go to the left side of Olivia Schultz. Now 23 saves for her. 4 saves for Elizabeth Kubacek so far. Get your complete statistical recap coming up as part of our second intermission. Hemmed in on the far side by Grace Torma of the Pointers. Torma, near side, or far side, excuse me, still penned up there. Lysing in there to try to help out. And a 2-on-2 scrum for the puck. And it finally squirts free, and St. Kate's able to get it. Out high they bring it. Long range shot goes wide through to the near corner. For Stevens Point, Josie Bender, I believe, is out there. Bender throws a backhander around to the far side. Trying to center it. Now it's Tormo will get it. Now here's Bender coming back the other way. Lysing had it. And now here's Anderle with it. She'll get it to the red line, get it deep. Here's the Wildcats quickly back the other way. Have a breakaway back the other way. Madison Fleming, but a whistle and an offsides pass as they had a 2-on-none. And the stretch pass in the zone offsides. Tough break there. As, boy, Madison Fleming had just come off the bench. And Pointers were coming off. They were a little slow to the draw and the change, and the Wildcats tried to make them pay. Right off the face-off, Stevens Point will chip it deep. Far corner for St. Kate's, Rachel Painovich. Back around, Fleming chops it around the boards. Winsenson holds it in. She'll send it wide to the far corner. Minute 10 to go in the period. Annika Horman out there for Stevens Point. Millar on the forecheck, trying to come up with it, but can't. Wildcats finally will bring it out. Minute to go. Marie Reimer with it. Carries it in far side around a defender. Drops a trailer pass. Stevens Point able to get a piece of it and chop it to the far corner. Berthume will leave it there. And coming up now, Berthume on the far side. She's down, but got a stick on it to keep it ahead. Pointers will chip it. They'll say it's tipped, so no icing call. 37 seconds remaining here in the second period. St. Catherine's with a long-range pass ahead. This is going to come in right on Olivia Schultz, and she will just dive out and cover it up, as hustling to try to get to it, Lauren Sundgren. And 28.7 seconds remaining here. Olivia Schultz will set up for a face-off to her left side. Stevens Point 1 for 2 in the Skyward power play here tonight. And no penalties here in the second period, I believe. Nope, take that back. They did have one. Against the Pointers. Now it's Torma with it for Stevens Point. Near side, looks to center. Treba leaves it in the near corner. For St. Kate's, Jocelyn Mumm on the near side. Trying to work the clear out, but final seconds will tip off. And that'll do it for the second period of play here for the Pointers. No scoring in the second period. Stevens Point will continue to have a 2-0 lead as we head to the third period. Coming up, we'll give you a recap. We'll check some other scores of games that are underway. Plus a Pointer profile with the junior Lena Berthume. That's coming your way. Stevens Point, a 2-0 lead here in the Pointers Sports Network.
Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylist at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square face, wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, coach.
Nice.
The Sport Clips stylist, they know no two guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location in the Dreyfus University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW Stevens Point.
The Pointers Blue Line Club brings together hockey fans from all levels to enjoy and support Pointers hockey. Whether you're an individual, family, or business, there are many ways you can support the Pointer program. Consider an individual membership, a business sponsorship, or visit the Blue Line Club apparel stand and purchase the latest items to show your Pointer hockey pride. Get more information at PointerBlueLineClub.com.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Tom Weaver, glad you're with us on the Pointer Sports Network. Non-conference women's hockey action here. Pointers will be at Augsburg Friday, at St. Catharines Saturday afternoon, and after that, will be off until the 6th of January when they take on Hamlin in St. Paul at Tri-Rink, a 5 o'clock game there. So uneventful scoring-wise in that second period. However, once again, St. Kate's out shooting the Pointers by a sizable margin, 12-3 in that second period. So 23-6 are the shots on goal through 2 periods here. Again, our scoring, 7:33 of the first period. And then Courtney Leising on the Skyward power play, her 9th of the year, unassisted at 11:27. St. Catharines had the only power play of the second period. So they are 0 for 1 on the power play so far. Did not get credited for a shot there. Stevens Point had 2 power plays in the first period. 1 for 2 on the Skyward power play for the Pointers here tonight. And they were credited with 1 shot on goal in that power play there. So Elizabeth Kubacek, 3 second period saves for a game total of 4. And let's see here, Olivia Schultz, 12 second period saves for a game total of 23. So that means that Olivia Schultz here just 16 saves away from the most saves in program history. I'll have to think the Wildcats will be aggressive in the third period here, down 2, you never know. So she needs a game total of 39 saves here tonight to amass the new Pointer program record for saves. So we'll see. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll look at some other scores. Stevens Point leading St. Kate's 2-0 on the Pointer Sports Network.
TDS Fiber, the future of internet, TV, and phone service, is expanding to more communities. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. That's 10 times faster than 100 meg from cable. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
At Papa John's Pizza, the secret to success is much like the secret to making a great pizza. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Whether it's signature sauce, toppings, original fresh dough, or even the box itself, Papa John's invests in ingredients to ensure the finest quality pizza. Call Papa John's at 715-972-1414 for delivery, or stop by Division Street for carryout to order your favorite pizza, breadsticks, or wings today. Papa John's, a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics.
Sure Tire and Service gets your car done right. Big town savings with a small town smile. State of the art Goodyear service keeps you going mile after mile. We're working to earn your trust. You can count on us. Sure Tire and Service gets your car done right.
Nothing beats the excitement of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Advanced tickets for men's hockey and basketball are available online at tickets.uwsp.edu or by calling the University Information and Ticket Office at 715-346-4100. Game day tickets for all Pointers events go on sale at the door 1 hour prior to game time, with group pricing available with 48-hour advance purchase required. Get your seat in the dog pound today at tickets.uwsp.edu.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver on the Pointer Sports Network. Other games going on besides Stevens Point here. A 2-0 lead. St. Scholastica is at Superior at Westman Arena. About 8 minutes to go in the first period. That game is scoreless so far. The Saints out shooting the Yellow Jackets by a count of 6-0. Also, it is UW Eau Claire at Hamlin. 7.5 minutes to go in the first period there. And no score there. The Blue Golds out shooting the Pipers in that game by a count of 3-2. And it is Northland College at Bethel at the National Hockey Center. Bethel with a goal at 14:27. Beth Velasco, an even strength goal, has put the Royals up 1-0 here as Bethel out shooting Northland through the first 15 minutes of that matchup by a count of 13-3. Again, all those 7 o'clock starts here tonight. Here are the Pointers' first period goals from Josie Bender and Courtney Leising, and Stevens Point has a 2-0 lead. Again, our schedule for the Pointer women at Augsburg Friday night, 7 o'clock, at St. Catherine's on Saturday afternoon. That's a 2 o'clock start. That'll close out the first half of the season, and then the Pointers will be off till the 6th of January. Pointer men host Eau Claire on Friday night and travel to Eau Claire on Saturday in a home-and-home WIAC series. Broadcasts here on the Pointer Sports Network of both those games starting at 6:45. We'll take a break. When we come back, our Pointer profile with the junior Lena Berthume. That's coming up on the Pointer Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, if supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward's award-winning team. You'll help put powerful data in the hands of school leaders who serve over 7 million students around the world. Innovation, collaboration, and fun are all a part of the Skyward culture. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at skyward.com/careers and join more than 275 Pointer alumni at Skyward.
Want to get your degree and stay debt-free? With the Wisconsin Army National Guard, you can get paid to be a full-time student with their 100% tuition reimbursement program. You can join the Guard, be a part-time soldier, and earn a degree. Call Sergeant First Class Mike Parks at 920-279-7527 or visit NationalGuard.com to learn more. The Wisconsin Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of Pointers Athletics.
Snow Pilot is our winter seasonal. This beer has a tremendous body. The malt feels great. What I like is the nuttiness that it gets from the Maris Otter malt. Pistachio just comes through like you wouldn't believe. It's almost dessert-like. This is absolutely winter beer. And if you ever have a campfire in the middle of winter, this is what you want in your glass. It's just great.
Warm up this winter with a Snow Pilot from Point Brewery.
Want to stay in the game online with the Pointers? Visit the official UWSP Athletics website, athletics.uwsp.edu. New and improved online home of the Pointers provides fans with a clean, consistent, and modern experience across all devices. You find the latest Pointers news, rosters, schedules, results, links to live broadcasts, statistics, and much, much more. Your gateway to the Pointers Sports Network, athletics.uwsp.edu.
Continue with our Pointer hockey coverage on the Pointer Sports Network. Tonight, the Pointers, a couple of games before the holiday break, and the Pointer women tonight hosting St. Catherine's at KB Willett Arena. It's our second intermission. It means it's time for our Pointer profile. We talk with the junior from South Haven, Minnesota, Lena Berthume. And Lena, I know you've accustomed to putting some minutes in your first 2 years here. And, as a junior on this team, you got a lot of young faces around here. You got to be pretty happy off to a good start here this year, aren't you?
Yes, very happy. Everyone's working hard, and we're all just kind of working with each other very well.
I know you guys kind of split up a lot of young faces here to try to, keep an eye on folks and keep going in the right direction.
Yep. Everyone just seems to find their spot, and then we all just kind of work from there, and then it just kind of works very well. Yeah.
Personality-wise, I get the impression it's a pretty tight group. Would you agree?
Yes, very. There's so many of us that go really good together, and it's just we hang out everywhere.
All right. So off the ice, what's the top couple lists of activities when you're not either at practice or gaming it up here at the Willett?
A dancing circle has been very popular this year.
All right.
That is definitely one. And then also going out to eat somewhere and then just making jokes about it like nonstop and just the car rides there. And
all right. Any true details about the dance circle here? You have any confessions or perhaps best or worst performer so far?
I don't know about performers, but we do tend to conga line at the end of it.
Okay, there you go. Keep all the rhythm, get the whatever, was it Cool Runnings, whatever, rhythm,
yes.
whatever, yes. Yeah, there you go. All right, as you've come in here, you've gone through, about 6-8 games here before the holiday break here. What do you think's gone well for your group so far here today?
So far, I think the D have been really good. That's my end, but otherwise, everyone is able to see each other, pass very well, and they all know where everyone is at all times.
And you're mixing in, you're getting some of the forwards up front off to a great start here. Scoring has been a little bit more. Does that make you more comfortable out there?
Very, very. I love having to be able to pass it up and know that they're going to get it in and I can change and that it's more of a weight lifted off my back.
One constant for you obviously has got to be Olivia, and I'm amazed every time I see just how much she is in the game at all times. That has to be reassuring for you, especially back on the D end.
Definitely. It is a game changer when you have a goalie you can rely on and that you don't need to block every single shot.
I know you play some of the Minnesota schools coming up here, and you have obviously from that. I got to imagine there's people that you know on all these MIAC teams, and some familiar faces for you and your other teammates that are from Minnesota.
Yes, and we're all really excited to see them, but I think there's a little rivalry with it. You all want to show them where we are.
Yeah, that you are as you come in. All right, so off the ice, I know outside of your favorite conga line, things like that, school-wise, tell me what's your major, how things going?
I changed to a nursing major, and I love it. It's amazing.
Yeah. So nursing, obviously plenty of jobs in there as you get through and plenty of opportunities. What made that a choice for you?
Just life experiences. Freshman year, my mom got sick, and she just always talked about her nurse, and it just kind of was it was a game changer. I want to be that smile that gets put on someone's face.
You do. All right, the St. Kate's team, what do you know about them?
I don't know much. I don't really know that many people on that team, but I know I want to beat them.
Okay, very good. Obviously, the other new thing for you here is your new home here at Willett Arena, and things are starting to come along. Your locker room has gotten an upgrade here recently, and it's got to be exciting to be here. Very, very. We all are making it feel like home, and we're so excited to be on this ice. I know you played your first couple of years with your sister. How much you keep in touch with her, and I'm sure she has plenty of pointers for you all the time, right? Yes, tend to. After every game, just have her kind of sit me down, let me know what I can do better and what I did good. Weekend coming up in Minneapolis, so family, a good chance for them to get there, right? Yes, perfect chance. Not as long as we drive. All right, very good. Well, good luck here. Thanks for your time, and good luck here tonight, and happy holidays. Thank you. Happy holidays. All right, that's Pointers Elena Berthew. Stay tuned. More coming up on the Pointer Sports Network.
Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylist at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-tooth comb.
Taylor, square face, wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, coach.
Nice! The Sport Clips stylist, they know no two guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location in the Dreyfous University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW Stevens Point.
The Pointers Blue Line Club brings together hockey fans from all levels to enjoy and support Pointers hockey. Whether you're an individual, family, or business, there are many ways you can support the Pointer program. Consider an individual membership, a business sponsorship, or visit the Blue Line Club apparel stand and purchase the latest items to show your Pointer hockey pride. Get more information at pointerbluelineclub.com.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena. We are set for period number 3, Stevens Point. A 2-0 lead. Props, as always, to Pointer Pep Band under the direction of Jordan Held. Nice to see them over here on a Tuesday night. All right, shots 23-6 in favor of the Wildcats through 2 periods, with the Pointers with first period goals from Josie Bender and Courtney Leising. Trying to look here. Courtney Leising with her 9th goal of the year. So that's her 23rd career goal here for the sophomore out of Maple Grove, Minnesota. All right, Gronowski off the draw. They try to spring Sarah Adalin right off the face-off, but she ends up losing her stick in what looked like a set play from the Pointers here. That does not work. Cats get it deep, but the Pointers look to clear it back the other way. Madison Stebbins, far side. Allie Gronowski in there for Stevens Point. Gronowski chips it off, but right to a defender. Chipped loose. Here come the Wildcats. Shot fired. That's wired high and got the glass. Near side. Samantha Lackman tried to get to it. Pointers get possession of it again. And cleared right in front. Here's a long-range pass. Gronowski. Sarah Adalin screaming for it. But she will just turn and come off. And now Gronowski got tied up with the referee and one of the Wildcats on the far side. Whistling an icing call here against St. Kate's. 19:14 to go here in the third period. Stevens Point looking for win number 6. St. Kate's coming in 7-2-1 overall. So the Wildcats opening, winning 4 straight over Finlandia and Lawrence. They tied and a 6-0 loss to Augsburg, and then swept Concordia Moorhead and split with St. Scholastica. And again, we'll welcome the Pointers on Saturday in Game 2 of this deal. As now we get a whistle, and I think the puck jumped up and out of play on the near side. And they will reset here with 19:04 to go in the third period. Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins at 617 Division Street in Stevens Point. Students and staff, don't forget you can get 10% off when you show your university ID. Face off to the right side of Elizabeth Kubicek. Long range pass here, broken up by the Pointers. St. Kate's really looking to stretch things out here. Lauren Winsensen with an ugly tumble here into the end board. She gets back to her feet. Oh, thank goodness. Boy, as she came in, kind of lost her edge and had no way really to brace herself. I think was able to kind of spin to the side a little bit and kind of have the impact be on her shoulder instead of head first. So thank goodness for that. So she'll come off and get checked out by the Pointer training staff here. And I think she's got a smile on her face. I think if I heard I'm all right. So always good to hear. All right, far side. Long range, and the shot ricochets off through the neutral zone. But a couple weeks ago, Pointer men's defender Nick Konrowski, a similar play, was out for a couple weeks. He went head first at St. Mary's in a similar collision like that. So good to see that Lauren looks to be okay. All right, here is for Stevens Point, Sarah Adalin on the near side, or Natalie Ahern, excuse me. Lost the handle on it, cleared ahead. And this will be an icing call against the Pointers as back and forth we go with dueling icing calls here. With 18:11 to go here in the period. Stevens Point, the only shot of the period so far. Marshall Clinic Health System provides expert primary and specialty care for all ages. Visit marshallclinic.org for more information. Face off to the left side of Olivia Schultz. Pointer netminder zeroing in on the most saves in program history. Although not for the first 2 minutes here, because neither team able to do much. Maddie Anderle will chase after it here for Stevens Point. She's got a trailer and Katie Stanius. Molly Millar cutting to the front of the net, but they can't hit her with a pass, and Gabby Bodine picks it up for St. Kate's. Chipped out of the zone. Stumo, long-range shot. That's kicked aside by Kubicek. Near side. Far side, Pikarski now. Chipped ahead. Annika Horman now after it. Bouncing down. Centering pass. That's broken up. Round to the near side. I don't think Annika Horman knew she had company with her. Here's the Wildcats back the other way. They'll zero in. Shot block there. Comes trickling in. Schultz kicked that free shot. Kept out of the crease. Oh, got behind her. But then kicked out of the net by Pikarski as the Pointers almost sent it into their own net. Pointers dodge a major bullet there. 17:05 to go. All right, here's the Wildcats in shot. Save made by Schultz. That time a clean save. And they dig the rebound out from the referee back the other way. Here's Stevens Point. Madison Stebbins a shot into the skates of a defender. And a stick lift here. Back the other way comes Madison Fleming. Fleming cuts toward the middle, leaves it for Blair. She'll wire a shot, deflected. Didn't get the netting and goes up into the far corner. Pointers will get it back, trying to bring it out here. Shelby Treba. She's cut off. Fleming with it back, but then Gronowski takes it away from her. Wildcats flip it to the far side, and the Pointers clear the zone. Madison Fleming had the best chance that never was in the second period on a breakaway that was offsides. And now it's Laura Denchfield in. Centering pass there for Marie Reimer. She can't get a shot off. Pointers will pick it up. Kayla Stumo. Stumo, a rocket back to the near side behind Sarah Adalan. She'll flip it to the middle. Shelby Treba spun around at center ice. She'll chase after it on the near side, but St. Kate's takes it away. Long range pass ahead. That's touched. And no, they'll say no touch, so whistle and an icing call. 15:57 to go here in a slow-moving third period so far. Stevens Point still a 2-0 lead. So let's see here. Stevens Point in the shots on goal department. A 2-1 advantage here in period number 3. 15:57 to go. All right, St. Kate's controls the draw. Jocelyn Mumm near side. She'll look to get things going back. Off Lauren Winsenson, who good to see her back out there after that tumble. Off of her, so no icing call. They'll scrum forward in the near corner. Micah Zip in there for Stevens Point. Shelby Treba turns it loose. Treba skating out into the neutral zone. She'll come, draws a defender off the far boards, and this is going to be an icing call. So Treba just needed a couple more strides to get to the red line before getting the puck deep. Whistle and another icing call brings the face-off back into the Stevens Point defensive zone. All right, Bethel has extended their lead to 2-0. So a pair of goals 3 minutes apart there for the Royals. St. Scholastica and Superior are through one period. They are scoreless. And UW Eau Claire with a pair of late goals in the first period as they lead Hamlin by a score of 2-0. All right, off the face-off, comes in around the backside of the Stevens Point net. Olivia Schultz reaching for it. I think actually ends up tripping Lena Berthume, who can't play the puck. Wildcats get it. They'll go to the far face-off circle, fire a shot, kicked aside by Schultz. That goes to the far boards now. Pointers center it back, turning. Another shot. Ooh, there's a shot block there. Stung a little bit there is Maddie Anderle, but she'll get it and send it deep. Anderle looks to be, now has got to come around here and was in the process of changing and then held off. And Stevens Point, that's how you get too many men on the ice penalties called against you in a hurry when you think somebody's coming. And now kicked at center ice down by the Wildcats in the zone. Nope. A late whistle and an offsides here whistled against Laura Denchfeld. 14:34 to go in the third period. We are still having Stevens Point a 2-0 lead. Wonders trying to win back-to-back games here at Willett Arena before heading on the road. A 5-1 win over Northland on Saturday. And once they got through about the opening 10 minutes in a 1-1 game, really took control and got a 5-1 win over the Lumberjacks. Now, nifty move here in the far face-off circle by Marie Reimer, but can't get a shot off. Now they bring it out high, comes through traffic, and Olivia Schultz. Boy, I tell you what, she tracks the puck well, even through traffic in front of her. Chop that there, so she'll hang on, make the save, and that is 25 saves now, so 14 saves shy of the record. Wildcats to the right, Allie Gronowski. Wildcats bring it back. Now they feed it, long range, that goes wide, got through cleanly to the near corner. Puck held in on the near boards, charging in Blair for the Wildcats. She'll send it to the near corner, and Lauren Hendrickson. Hendrickson runs some traffic, now comes, Molly Millar will get it, she'll circle back in the near corner. A ton of moves to bang it ahead to Annika Horman. She'll clear it out, but right to Blair at center ice. Blair through some traffic. Now she'll accelerate and come right back up, firing a shot. That's blocked. Rebound comes, bouncing puck, and she misfires there. Pointers will get it. They'll bounce it ahead for Molly Millar, but too far. Millar's going to win the foot race, so Kubicek will come out to play it around and all the way to the far boards. Now the Wildcats with it. Isabel Burt back the other way. She'll carry in. They'll say onside. Poke checked away by Adalin. She'll try to sneak up the wall on the near side and feed it to Stebbins, but it's intercepted by Isabel Burt and sends it back the other way. Pikarski with it off the far boards through some traffic, and Pointers will play it down there as Madison Stebbins keeps on trucking along. Far side, now in. Pikarski reads that play well, fires a shot. That's deflected, and it goes back behind the net. Sarah Adalin to it. Adalin in the near corner. Got it to Ali Granowski. 12:50 to go in the third. Stumo with the shot. Redirected, spins, hit a defender as I think it was Shelby Treba got a stick on it to change direction at it. And it's Treba with it now on the far side. She'll come back through to the near side. Adalin was coming off. She stops, and now that causes a turnover here. Abby Perkle will send it deep. Perkle gets it deep. She'll come off on a change. Pointers can't control it. Out of the reach of Treba. Down the length of the ice. And an icing call here against the Pointers with 12:19 to go here in period number 3. Let's see if we can get an update on that as we last checked in. It is UW Eau Claire with a pair of goals. Oh, let's see here. 49 seconds apart from Sophie Rausch and Eden Gruber to lead Hamlin 2-0. Shot blocked by the Pointers here. Loose between the circles. Chopped at again by the Wildcats. That doesn't get through traffic. And on the near side, Wilczek had it, lost it. Wildcats bring it to the front of the net. Micah Zip will pick up that on the back check. And she will turn around and come back the other way. Intercepted again. Fleming fires a shot wide. Shelby Treba gets to the far wall. Treba up and around, can't get it out. Pointers having a hard time with the forecheck here of the Wildcats. They'll carry it in, walking in, firing a shot. Blocker save made, and rebound is dragged in, and a save made by Olivia Schultz. She battles to cover it up, and we get a whistle. That is 11:42 to go here in the third period. Olivia Schultz, good puck control that time. Not sure if it was a blocker or shoulder save. Either way, he came back in front of her and scooped out with the paddle and brought it back in to cover it up. Off the face-off, controlled by the Wildcats. One-timer on the near side is blocked. Pointers strip it free. Back the other way. Here comes Katie Stanius on a partial break. Defender comes and knocks her down. And we'll get a delayed penalty call coming up here. And let's see what we have here. It's going to be body checking, I believe. Yep. Penalty shot? Probably not. Although a game we had earlier this year had a penalty shot in overtime that Olivia Schultz turned aside against St. Norbert. All right, so body checking is the call to Emmy Verha in Stevens Point to the Skyward power play. And they are 1 for 2 so far in the Skyward power play. 11:28 to go. Zip. Far side to Stanius, back to Micah Zip, near side to Berthume. She'll fire a shot, deflected, a little double deflection, comes toward the net. Pointers will get to it in the far corner. Lysing chips it around, back out to Zip out high. Zip feeds it to Stanius, half wall on the far side, scoops it to Berthume, near side. Long range shot, oh, redirected by Lysing, just wide. Nifty little attempt set up there. And loose in the far corner. Wildcats do a nice job here. They'll scoop it out, but Berthume holds the zone. Berthume walking in, got it back. Now she'll walk a defender. She'll come in, tries to feed it in down low. Now they'll come right in front, scoop the side. Lysing with a backhander now. Stanius reaching for it, and the Pointers can't hold the zone. Berthume back to get it. She'll cycle back. Her and Lysing will stay out there. 3 other power play mates will come out, and that allows the Wildcats to intercept and clear it back. Lauren Winsenson will get it to the Pointers. Near side, Sarah Adalin. Adalin ahead. She'll veer back near her own blue line, and she'll cut to the far side. Far boards to the blue line, hops around a defender, gets the puck deep. 50 seconds remaining, and here's a turnover. Pointers with it. They scoop it, set it up far side. Out high, Winsenson now. Far face-off circle, Gronowski with a shot, stick tied up in front, and Pointers can't hold the zone. Out high, it's Winsenson with it again, off the far wall and in for Gronowski. She'll hold up and stay onside, flip it out high to Winsenson. Winsenson, half wall on the far side to Gronowski, goes far corner to Bender. Coming right up the middle, little scoop shot there as they tried to feed it to Maddie Anderle, near side. Bender in the near corner, she scored the Pointers' first goal of the night, goes out high to Winsenson. Lauren Winsenson, she'll fire a shot, redirect rod, Gronowski rebound, stop, save, rebound chance, backhander, that's turned aside. Adalin slips it out high. Anderle out high, now back to Piekarski on the near side. Cross ice to Winsenson, she overskates the puck, now she'll get it and feed it deep again. 2 seconds remaining on the power play. And it's Anderle with it, Wildcats back at full strength. Just under 9.5 minutes to go in the second period. Stevens Point with a 2-0 lead. Again, just 8 shots on goal for the Pointers here tonight, but got 2 early ones. Now Piekarski looks to get it deep, goes behind the net to Millar. Defender comes in on her, so she'll scoot it to the near corner. Annika Horman off the bench on a change will join the play, looking for the puck on the near side. Millar back after it once again. Stanius changing. Ahern out now as well. Behind the net for the Wildcats, Rachel Panovich. Piekarski intercepts it. Piekarski had it knocked away from behind. Comes back. Millar on the near side. Plays it to herself off the near boards, but then stolen away by Brittany Weber. Weber brings it in the near side. Wildcats manage to keep it onside. Stevens Point with it now. It's Piekarski back with it. She'll come up ahead. Right through center ice and into the zone. Chipping it deep is Natalie Ahern. 8:25 to go here in the third. Blair, a long-range pass. They'll try to go back to her, almost offside. Stevens Point will cycle with it. Annika Horman back. Pass ahead for Ahern. Bouncing puck coming. Stumo joins the play. Comes to the near corner. Up high on the near side. Ahern coming back off on a change. Thought the puck came back into the neutral zone here, but didn't. Shelby Treba holds it deep. Kubacek will kick that one to the near corner as we tick under 8 minutes to go. Along the near wall. Still loose into the near corner. Jocelyn Mumm with it now. Try to clear it off. Hit a body again. Wilczek will get it deep for Stevens Point. Shelby Treba, Ashton Wilczek. On the forecheck of the far side, Wilczek feeds it now near side. Gronowski tried to get it out high to Winsenson. That's intercepted momentarily by Hendrickson. And the Wildcats finally clear it out. Pointers shove it back deep again. Gronowski around. Under 7.5 minutes to go. Kubacek with it. Now long range pass again. This will go wide and should be an icing call against the Wildcats. And we should get our media timeout here. 7:18 to go here in the third. Oh, an icing call. Yep. Again. So no media timeout here. 7:18 to go. And I forget if it actually gets under a certain amount of time, they waive it. You don't do it. So might be under 5 minutes, I think. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Natalie Ahern with it. Wildcats on the breakout back the other way. Lauren Hendrickson up the middle with Lindsay Hayes. Goes wide to the far side. Long range shot. Gronowski blocks that. Keeps it in front of her somehow and drags it to the far boards. In there to help out Madison Stebbins working hard along the boards. Lena Berthume with it for Stevens Point. Berthume near side. Nifty job to get through traffic, but then it's Gabby Bodine chipping it away from her. Gronowski will get it. It'll poke free at center ice. And Samantha Lackman with it. Long range shot. Glove save made by Olivia Schultz. She'll hang on. 6:41 to go. That is the media timeout. 2-0 Stevens Point. Back with more in a minute here on the Pointers Sports Network.
Snow Pilot is our winter seasonal. This beer has a tremendous body. The malt feels great. What I like is the nuttiness that it gets from the Maris Otter malt. Pistachio just comes through like you wouldn't believe. It's almost dessert-like. This is absolutely winter beer. And if you ever have a campfire in the middle of winter, this is what you want in your glass. It's just great.
Warm up this winter with a Snow Pilot from Point Brewery.
Want to stay in the game online with the Pointers? Visit the official UWSP Athletics website, athletics.uwsp.edu. new and improved online home of the Pointers provides fans with a clean, consistent, and modern experience across all devices. You find the latest Pointers news, rosters, schedules, results, links to live broadcasts, statistics, and much, much more. Your gateway to the Pointers Sports Network, athletics.uwsp.edu.
All right, following the media timeout here, 6:41 to go, third period. Stevens Point, first period goals from Josie Bender and Courtney Leising. Wildcats here about shot the Pointers 28-9. But again, Stevens Point with 2 goals about 4 minutes apart in the first period. Been very efficient in this one. Long range shot here, hit a body in front of the net, shoves right in front of the net, and that's cleared out. Picking it up for Stevens Point, Ashton Wilczek ahead. Micah Zip gets a stick on it here, down in front of the Pointer bench, and it's Shelby Treba now with some speed. Treba coming across, long range shot. Kubicek with a save, left a rebound out in front, and it is Micah Zip trying to get to that one. Micah Zip, ACL injury earlier in the year that I think is still giving her some trouble, but after it, Leising now turns it over. Up high it comes. Treba with it again. Shelby Treba fights her way to the red line of the far side, gets it deep. Leising after it, first to get there, and a collision there. And she goes into the end board hard, but looks like everybody's all right. She'll hop back to her feet, cleared out, back the other way. Laura Denchfield. Denchfield carries it into Mari Reiner. Reiner near corner. And now it's Fleming going down awkwardly. Now centering pass out high comes. Shot save made by Schultz. Rebound is there, and Schultz will just dive out and cover it up. As Olivia Schultz swimming for it. Able to get down and cover it up after a good glove save through traffic that I don't think she saw. Hit her in the glove and came down, and she's able to get down and cover it up. And we'll reset for a face-off here to her left side now. 5:33 to go in the third. Off the face-off, loose in the face-off circle. Berthume out ahead. Berthume shoves it ahead. Sarah Adalin lead pass. Adalin with Wilczek to the front of the net. Kubicek got a stick on that. Wildcats able to get it and turn it back the other way. Long-range pass intercepted. Kayla Stumo. Pointers content to just win the red line battle here and get the puck deep with a 2-goal lead coming up on 5 minutes to go. Loose near side. Winsenson wheeling around with it. Sends it back. Near side, and the Wildcats get it, and they'll shove it in. Pikarski back to get it. She'll dump near corner to Winsenson. Flips it off to the near side. Lost the handle on it, and the Wildcats send it back deep. Caitlin Blair behind the net, but nobody there as they were changing. Now gets through on the far side. Molly Millar will catch up to it across the red line left there. Now the Pointers will scoop it deep. Annika Horman sends it deep behind the net. Josie Bender giving chase. 4.5 minutes to go in the third. Far side, now here's the Wildcats. They'll flip it ahead, breakaway back the other way. Lauren Hendrickson coming in. Oh, what a beautiful stick lift shot in the goal. Oh, tough break here for Olivia Schultz. The defender for the Pointers, Grace Torma, came in and with a stick lift, didn't get everything on it. Schultz made one save, but the rebound went through, and she was able to poke it in far side. The Wildcats on the board here with 4:22 to go in the third. It's 2-1. Oh, man, an incredible hustle by Grace Torma on the back check to stick lift, but it fooled Olivia Schultz, I think, a little bit too. And a little misfortune here. All right, Wildcats send it back the other way. They'll send it deep. Schultz cuts it off. Pointers will get there. Now Berthume with it. Let's see if the Cats put the forecheck pressure on. They did early. Stevens Point. Here's Courtney Leising flipping it ahead. Turn the puck over. And it is a Jocelyn Mumm with it. Looks to get it deep. Mumm picked up by Lena Berthume on the near side. And it's 3:55 to go here in the period. Long range shot goes wide to the far corner. Defender falls down. It'll come out in front. So Lauren Hendrickson will get credit for the goal from Caitlin Blair at 15:38. St. Catherine's on the board here, but Stevens Point a 2-1 lead. 3:49 to go in the third. So Wildcats right back in this one. Oh boy, looks like the linesman Todd Treader took a stick off the face-off. Is he all right? And he'll come back. course, Todd, a former All-American with the Pointer men. Shelby Treba back the other way, 2-on-1 potentially. Carried in the zone onside. Stevens Point looks to send it deep, 3.5 to go. Wilczek flips it deep. Madison Stebbins after it. Stebbins and Wilczek in the far corner. Shelby Treba after it now as well. Now the Cats with it again. Long-range pass. Laura Denchfeld back the other way. When Sensen picks her up, Denchfeld coming in, shot. Save made. Rebound is cleared out to the far side and comes out of the zone. When Sensen with a good job in the back check that time. All right, Fleming far side loses the handle on it. Piekarski tried to muscle it out but can't. And Stevens Point will get it. Goaltender still in there, under 3 minutes to go. A 2-1 lead for Stevens Point. Piekarski through her legs. Grace Torma with it now. Torma reverses back far corner. Nifty pass there. Now the Pointers will scoop it back to the near side, but hit a body on the way through. Now off the near wall and out. And the Wildcats, Blair will touch it at center ice here. That'll allow the Pointers to change here. Comes all the way back into the St. Kate's end, but no icing because it was touched through the neutral zone. Near side, here comes Lauren Henriksen in. Henriksen, long range shot goes wide. That could allow Stevens Point's Annika Horman to get to it. She will. Up ahead, Sarah Adalan walks through a defender. Has the puck roll off her stick, comes to the near corner. Adalan looks to center. Now gets it to the stick of Annika Horman. Now they'll come back out near side. Adalan intercepts again. 2:10 to go. Behind the net, St. Kate's trying to gain possession of it. Granowski for Stevens Point. Able to keep it going, but it is Jocelyn Mumm who picks it back up. Under 2 minutes to go. Stevens Point a 1-goal lead. Long lead pass ahead. Misplayed by the Wildcats again. And it's Maddie Anderle on the far side running into the puck. Now Katie Stanius will get it. Stanius will walk through, but then lost the handle on it. Shoves it up to the red line on the far side. Intercepted back the other way. Here's Leising 1-on-1. Courtney Leising coming in. Trying to get free for Warren. Shot. Whistled it just wide. And it comes all the way out of the zone on the near side. Right in front of the Cats bench. And it's Katie Stanius back to get it. Stanius cross ice for Win Sensen. Back for Leising. She'll shove it in. Minute 25 to go in regulation. Stevens Point a 2-1 lead. Leising after it on the forecheck with Stanius. Wilczek down there as well. Long range pass again. This for Skaya. Skaya in on the far side. Torma forces her wide. And great job here by Grace Torma to force it to the far corner. Gabby Bodine after it now for St. Kate's. A minute to go in regulation. Extra attacker on now for St. Kate's. 6-on-5 advantage. They'll come walking in. Shot shoved toward the net. That goes wide. Torma tries to get to it on the far side. Abby Perkle plays it. Torma gets the body position. Winsensen in there. 48 seconds to go in the period. Still far side and still stuck there in the far corner. Torma now still trying to dig it out. Cats finally dig it out. They bring it out to the point high. Near side coming back. Shot fired. Deflected. Hit off the cage on the near side. Got a piece of a defender on the way through. 30 seconds remaining. Another shot fired. Cats get it back again out high. Blair fires a shot. Another shot blocked. This time by Stanius. Still can't clear it out. Torma finally will scoop it down. No icing call here in the near corner. 15 seconds remaining. Pointers get 5 fresh on the ice. Intercepted. Here's Stevens Point back the other way. Micah Zip shoots and scores. Micah Zip intercepts it. Empty net goal. 10.8 seconds to go. That'll seal the deal for Stevens Point. Well, Micah Zip with her first of the year read that play beautifully and flipped it into an empty net, and Stevens Point is going to survive here and get a non-conference win over St. Kate's. Boy, all kinds of pressure. All right, and here's the Cats flipping it again. They're off sides on the play. They'll blow it dead here with 4.3 seconds remaining. Well, it looks like Olivia Schultz right now 8 saves short of the all-time record, so that'll be our next thing to chip off here, but tell you what, she's very good here tonight. All right, here is for Stevens Point. Kayla Stumo with it. Final seconds tick off, and Stevens Point. 2 first-period goals. They ride their goaltender the rest of the way, and they pick up a 3-1 win over St. Catherine's. We'll take a break, come back, give you a recap, pick our Pointer player of the game. That is coming up. 3-1 Stevens Point over St. Kate's. Back with our post-game show coming up on the Pointer Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics partners with BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Pointers and BSN would like to thank all the coaches on and off the field. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Bring home incredible internet, TV, and phone services with TDS Fiber. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy cyber-spacious internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide world consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
All right, back here at KB Willard Arena, Tom Weaver for our postgame show. Stevens Point here wins it 3-1. Let's see. St. Kate's outshoots Stevens Point in the third period 8-5, so game total of 31-11. All right, scoring recap. Pointers got on the board 7:33 of the first. Josie Bender, her second of the year from Lena Berthume at 7:33, 1-0 Stevens Point. Courtney Leisinger, ninth of the year unassisted at 11:27, made it 2-0 Stevens Point. Boy, St. Kate's outshot the Pointers by a count of 23-6 through the first two periods. But again, funny way hockey works, a 2-0 lead for the Pointers. St. Kate's finally got on the board 15:38. Lauren Hendrickson, her third of the year from Caitlin Blair, made it 2-1, got the goaltender off, put some pressure on Olivia Schultz. A couple of big saves, but Micah Zip, her first of the year unassisted at 19:50 into the empty net. Shots on goal in the third period, 8-5 in favor of the Wildcats, so 31-11. But Stevens Point wins it 3-1. Power play-wise, St. Kate's 0-1, did not get credited with a shot on goal. Stevens Point 1-3 in the Skyward power play and credited with 2 shots on goal. Elizabeth Kubacek makes 4 saves in the third period for a game total of 8. Olivia Schultz, 7 saves in the third period for a game total of 30. So she gets the win and now is just 9 saves shy of the all-time record for saves by a goaltender. Jana Bielke-Skoog holds that record at 22-15. So again, 30 saves here today. She'll need 9 more Friday night or Saturday if it gets strung out that long, one would think. We'll see, but that should be a record, and she'll add to that total in the second half of the season as Olivia's played every minute for the Pointers here tonight. Face-off-wise, 50-50 things end up with, but it's Stevens Point on the scoreboard that gets the 3-1 win. All right, we got to pick our Pointer player of the game. You got to go with the goaltender, Olivia Schultz. 30 saves here tonight, made some big ones down the stretch. Now number 2 all-time. We'll give a tip of the cap to Courtney Leising and Micah Zip for big goals for the Pointers. Josie Bender got things started off as well, but we will say the senior goaltender, Olivia Schultz, is our Pointer player of the game as the Pointers get a 3-1 victory and improve to 6-3-1, 7-3-1 are the Wildcats. And again, these same 2 teams will meet on Saturday afternoon in St. Paul. 2 o'clock start. I believe that game at Drake Arena is where St. Catherine's plays there. Stevens Point will play at Augsburg on Friday night. Hope you'll be with us Friday night. Pointer men host Eau Claire, and then they'll travel to Eau Claire on Saturday. Pre-game coverage both nights at 6:45. Again, your final score here tonight. Stevens Point beats St. Catherine's in non-conference women's hockey action by a score of 3-1. I'm Tom Weaver. Thanks for listening to Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network.
This has been UW Stevens Point Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic Health System, Skyward, U.S. Bank, Century Insurance, Century World, PJ's Restaurant, Team Sherrill Companies, Subway, Stevens Point Brewery, General Beer, also by Papa John's, the National Guard, TDS Fiber, Buffalo Wild Wings, Len Dudas Motors, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins in Stevens Point, Sport Clips, Hilltop Pub and Grill, Auto Select, Pizza Range, Coca-Cola, and BSN Sports Under Armour. This broadcast is an exclusive presentation of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Join us again for Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network.